Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. Welcome all of you. And I'm glad to be here with Noah Weinberg, and Aviva, that many of you know, but many of you don't know. Aviva is Noah's partner. And we are making sure a member of Kabbalat community. And we are making sure that we are less people this Shabbat here in the space to not be sharing too many, to continue with the physical distancing that we are all trying to do best, and we're also keeping distance, the two of them there and me here. They're one pod, I have my pod at home, so that's how we do it. So it's good to have you all together here. And as we sent a moment ago in the chat, the Siddur we're using, and it was also in your email, and you can join us with the words or with the tune or with anything that feels right to you. I also invite you this time, whenever it feels right for you, to share things in the chat. At some point, I will ask you intentionally to share. I'll ask a question to a kavanah for us to hear from you. And if you have your candles with you, we will be lighting candles in a moment, and I'll invite you to join me. So again, it's wonderful to be able to be here during these challenging times. I'm grateful for technology, and I'm grateful for the possibility of doing this with all of you. So let's take just a moment to bring ourselves to be present here. And I'll say that one of the things about technology is that I know for me, it's very hard to not multitask. Whenever I am in my computer, I'm doing 5, 7 things at the same time. I have my email open and my text open and Facebook and Instagram and whatever it is. And our hope is that we can do as much as is possible through technology to be present, as much as possible to create this, to make intentional time. So I'm going to invite you and challenge all of you to only have this Zoom open right now in your phones, computers, wherever you are watching us from. And to really bring yourself to be here in this space, to avoid looking at other things during the time of the service. And in that way, we can create intentional community and be in this intentional space all together. So let's take a moment for all of us to kind of settle in here, and inviting you all into the sanctuary of TBZ. Holy One of blessing,
Holy One of blessing, your presence fills creation. Your presence fills creation. Oh, your presence fills creation. Holy One of blessing, your presence fills creation. Your presence fills creation. Oh, your presence fills creation.
We light the Shabbat candles. We take 3 times from the light of the Shabbat candles and we say the bracha together. Baruch
atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Eloheinu melech haolam, Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר, להדליק נר של שבת.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. So we begin in the Siddur and that we prepared with Higalena.
Gale, gale, gale.
Na.
Ukros,
Ukros, Habibi Our practice at TBZ is to go for each day of, for each psalm of Kabbalat Shabbat, to each day of the week, and take a moment to bring something from each day. And I was thinking that I don't know if I can do that exercise this week because the week is so messed up. There's so little routine. I don't know what was Monday and what was Wednesday. I don't know. You know, for most of us, we were in the same space all the time with the same people. It's very hard to recognize. That's the day when I went that place. So that's the day. So I think we're going to change it a little bit. And what I'm going to invite us is to take a moment or two to sit silently and find 2 or 3 things this week. It doesn't matter which day that you want to lift up, that it's a blessing for you, that you feel grateful for. Maybe it's somebody, a phone call that you got that like we never make phone calls. I have made more phone calls this week that I've done in months. A book that you got to read because you had a little more time. Something new you learn about technology that you thought you would never, ever learn in your whole life. And you figure it out. Anything what it is, a nice bread you baked this week. I hear a lot of people are baking a lot. Or a new recipe you try. Anything that you want to lift up and bring Shabbat. So we'll take a few moments. If you want to share them in the chat, share them. Maybe we'll read a couple of those. So we'll do that, and then we'll just sing through all the sounds of Kabbalat Shabbat. So I invite you to do that. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. I just find those little pearls, those little moments on this week that were a blessing for you. If you want to write them in the chat, you can do that. We will share them maybe at the end of our singing. I'll share mine now to make you laugh a little bit. And then Noina and Aviva, if you want to share any of yours. Mine is, I've been bringing Ariel to be with me every day. We come to the office, there's nobody in the office. So Ariel and I have made an extension of our home in my office here at TVZ. Ariel's my little one, 4 years old. We spent a lot of time here. And one of the things that is making her really happy is face painting. So I've been in Zoom meetings while she's face painting me. This afternoon, I walked around Brooklyn all face painted because that's what she's doing. So I've decided that she can paint my face as much as she wants, and I'm painting her face. And we're having such a good time. She's the best co-worker ever that I could have. And it's been just a blessing to spend time with her. It's been also very tiring, but a blessing to see her beautiful face painted face all the time. You guys want to share anyone that you want from this week?
Yeah, I've been using the time that I usually have to spend on my commute, which is almost an hour, to do some yoga in the morning with an online class that I found. And it's been such a blessing, just like both to be around other people who are doing yoga virtually, but to also get to be in my house and not have my commute, and just actually move my body in the morning.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I really enjoyed when I've been walking, meeting some neighbors and having neighbors be actually more friendly to each other, even as we're keeping more distance, but sort of a recognition of we're in this together and feeling connected to my neighbors. That's been really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's start with Lechuner and Enan. We'll share some at the end of the singing.
Lechuner anena, Oh, yeah.
וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי.
Or Zarua
לצדיק ולהתשלם שמחה. כל גרוע לצדיק ולהתשלם שמחה.
Tzadikim Adonai
הודו לזכר קודשו. שמחו צדיקים אדוני והודו לזכר קודשו. זמרו לאדוני בכינור, בכינור בקול זמרה, בחצוצרות בקול שופר, עלו לפני מלך אדוני. זמרו לאדוני בכינור, בכינור בקול זמרה, בחצוצרות בקול שופר, עלו לפני המלך אדוני. ירם הים וגדול, תבל ויושבי בה, הנערות ימחאו חג יחד על ענייננו. ירם הים וגדול, תבל ויושבי בה, הנערות ימחאו חג יחד על ענייננו. לפני אדוני כי בא, we lift her up from the moon. Let's lift up God. Let's lift up our voice. Let's lift up our spirit. Let's bring it all high and up. Adonai Ebadeh et amo mashalom. So let's share a few of the things that people have shared with us. There's a lot, right?
Yeah, so many. It's been coming in the whole time. It's been so beautiful. I feel like you're just like washing your blessings over all of us.
Just pick a few that you want to.
Yeah, people shared standing 6 feet away from their neighbors and talking to them. They shared baking with family, baking challah, baking cheesecake, having connection with people all over the world through Zoom. A lot of people shared how much it's meant to them to be connected to TBC this week. And a lot of people shared that their biggest blessing is to be here right now.
Thank you. Thank you. So we welcome Shabbat. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala. It is in the next page in your little Siddur. And we bring Shabbat into this space. We bring Shabbat to each of the places where you are now. Shabbat is coming to your home, to your house, to your space. Shabbat is coming to the world. And we know we need Shabbat so much. So really to receive the gift of Shabbat. Lecha Dodi.
ראש אמור וזכור, ובדיבור אחד, השמיענו ולמיוחד, אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושם ותפארת, ולתמילה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, נקבלה, בני שבת, נקבלה. לקראת שבת, לכו ונלכה, עם אקור המלאכה, לראש תקדם לפתוחה, סוף מעשה ומחשבת תקרא. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, נקבלה, בני שבת, נקבלה. מקדש מלך עם מלוכה, קומי צאי מתוך אפיך. רב לשבת בימי כפך, והוא יחמול עלייך נפלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, נקבלה, בני שבת, נקבלה. לא התנערי ועפר קומי, לבשי בגדי כיפת חמי, על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי, קורבן נפשי גאלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, נקבלה, בני שבת, נקבלה. Oh, התעוררי, התעוררי, דיבה אורך,
Because your language is everything.
אורי, שיר דברי, יבוא אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, נקבלה, בני שבת, נקבלה. Shabbat. Ay, 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 Kabbalat. Ve'hayu litzim Shabbatai. Ve'erachanu kamen alai. Yasin sarai. Elohai. Kizot le'ahava. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likatala. Ay, 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 b'nei Shabbat. Ay, 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 lekabela. Ay, ay, yirus motzim, motzim, Adonai. Kol yadid ben Parsi. Ben Akila, ay, 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 lecha dodi, ay, 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 likatala, ay, 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 b'nei Shabbat, ay, 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 lekabel.
When we open our doors and we go outside as our practice is, so we're saying our doors out there and we go out and we bring Shabbat in and we bring Shabbat out.
Oboi v'shalom atet bala gam besimcha u'b'tzara otochem am seduna boi chala. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likatala. Ay, 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 b'nei Shabbat. Ay, 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 lekabela. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likatala. Ay, 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 b'nei Shabbat. Ay, ay, ay,
Tov lehodod l'Adonai. It is good to be grateful and to practice that now. And I'm grateful, I'm sure many of you join me, recognizing all the blessings that we have. We have a home where we can be in physical distancing. We have food. We have a computer or an iPad or a phone or something where you are connecting with other people. Many of us continue having jobs. And I'm thinking a lot about privilege right now. And I want to recognize that having privilege and the privilege that many of us have give us immense and very important responsibility. Because we have what we have to do our best to take care of others. And that means physical distancing, and I'm starting to use more physical distancing than social distancing because I feel socially very connected, just physically apart. And to take that seriously, because by taking care of ourselves, we are doing that for others that are not necessarily able to do it. And make sure that we are taking care of those who are in need, those people that work for us and that need to be still paid, even if they cannot come and work for us. to take all the privilege that we have and use it for good. It's an obligation right now. This is not about me not getting sick. This is about many others. My responsibility to the elderly, my responsibility to those who have health issues, my responsibility to the healthcare system and to all the doctors that are tirelessly working. So I'm grateful. Let's take that, lift that up, and take the responsibility for it.
Tov le'odot
L'Adonai,
u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon. Tov le'odot l'Adonai, u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, באמונתך בלילות. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, באמונתך
בלילות.
עוד ינובות בשיבה, דשאים ורעננים יהיו. עוד ינובות בשיבה, דשאים ורעננים יהיו. להגיד אמר אדוני, צורי ולא תבוא. להגיד כי ישר אדוני, צורי ולא עוולה תבוא. עדותיך ננו מיומות ולביתך הקודש. עדותיך ננו מיומות ולביתך הקודש. אדוני לאורך ימים, אדוני לאורך ימים, אדוני לאורך ימים, אדוני לאורך ימים.
I'm going to now do the mourner's Kaddish. And we extend our condolences to the Garlic family, to Johnny, and Lauren, and Shara, and Jesse, on the passing of Anita Garlic. And the Shiva finished today. And this week we will commemorate the yahrzeit of Karl Alper, Vivian Brookman, Maurice Cohen, Pnina Einey, Sam Fasten, Shirley Goldman, Bertha Gross, Freda Lilian Kirchner, Simon Klatsko, Fred Levine, Rose Miller, Joseph Nozick, Daniel Ribner, Myrna Samuels, Harriet Schechtman, Leslie Silverstone, Barbara Sunyog, Abe Supowitz, and Maurice Young. If there is a name I did not mention that you would like us to add, write it in the chat and we will add them. I'll give you a moment to do that. And while you write the names, the way we're going to do the morning Kaddish is we're going to unmute you just for it. And as we do that, those of you saying the morning Kaddish will say it slowly because it takes a lot of back and forth through Zoom. And those who are not, respond Amen and Yesh Meraba. And we'll do it slowly together as much as it is possible. So we have other names, no?
All the men, women, and children who died today during the Holocaust, I want to say Kaddish for them. Vivian Levin.
So we are, if you are in mourning or commemorating a yahrzeit, please.
Community. We know on Sunday anniversary
If we
stuff.
can be quiet,
Oh, do we just lose it?
say, we can hear you now. Say the mourners.
Like sending things in, maybe?
We can hear you now.
Need to turn off their TVs in the back.
Itgadal.
I did it without my camera. I don't
It was 123 people.
You know, Chad.
Shalom.
We've heard locally.
May their memories be a blessing.
Oh,
May the words
may the words
of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable to you. stop. If you have it with you. Sabri חבריי.
L'chaim.
Sabri חבריי. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי אגפי. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו באהבה ורצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת עם כל העמים בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. Not sharing with you today. It is the antithesis of everything we say, share, 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 but we can't do that now. And I'm going to do Netilat Yadayim, perhaps the most important mitzvah that we have to do these days. And I've been doing, you're noticing, we have our Purell here. So I'll do start that one. Put that one down. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על נטילת ידיים.
Amen.
And we will all connect wirelessly to the challah. And if you have a challah there, bring it up. Cindy Joy, I love seeing you connecting to the challah. Beautifully done. And we say it together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Oseh shalom v'shamar, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, uve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imro, amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
In a moment, we'll unmute you all, and we'll do a big Shabbat shalom. First, a few announcements. And Sarah Smolova is there, but I would let you, our president, to do announcements, but I know you will let me do it, so I'll do it for you, which is we're connected here. We continue being connected as a community. So, first of all, tomorrow, Havdalah together at 8 p.m. from my home with my kids. So please join me 8 p.m. tomorrow for Havdalah. We send the link. It's a different link from this one. And then we also have sent a lot of resources for Shabbat with a Bar Torah from Rabbi Dr. Analia Bort, who was supposed to be our teaching rabbi this weekend. We also send a meditation from Sheila Yocheved Katz, Wonder Minion for the kids with Noah and Rav Tiferet and Tyler and the Torah readers. Thank you to all the fabulous Torah readers. So you have a full Shabbat in your email. And we look forward to being able to be together soon on the same space. I want to encourage you one thing. I feel technology has been a blessing, but also I'm exhausted of being in front of a screen. I'm not saying don't use technology this Shabbat, because I just told you all the resources I just gave you for Shabbat that need technology, but choose what to use it for. Use it intentionally for things that will elevate your Shabbat. I'm going to disconnect until Havdalah tomorrow, but make your choice and do intentional choices about how technology. We are spending so much time in front of our Zoom screens meetings. I have never had so many Zoom meetings in my life. So make the choices and spend a little more time outside, read a book, sing, dance, jump, sleep, anything. And thank you to Aviva and to Noah for being here and helping us to elevate the Shabbat. Thank you all of you for everything. It's wonderful. And let's see you all. Aviva put her Purell, her hand sanitizer to get us. So you are
My mom's not.
Karen and Danielle. Bye, Ali and
Loud. Now she's stuck in a room.
Hi, Hi, person. Hey, Ali and
So many
Jenna,
people, I
sending
don't
you
know how
love.
Shalom.
Yes. No, I know it's gone.
Here, let me turn it off.
Not recently.
Anything that will make you feel better, because I have nothing inside.
Yeah, go do your pizza before you what happened? And then I saw the ones that stripped at the first quarter of the baseball game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your